Spoil mama on the go, lighten up the road, caring heart and bubbly smile, lifting up the load. Sweet and helpful, got that cheer, every friend all year, witty spark and endless laughs, always bringing near. Every soulless soul, sailing wide, oceans calling true. Travel far, discover, travel far, discover more. Seas that sparkle blue, cruising waves with breeze in hair, trail without a map. Mom and family side by side, take another land. Oh, my land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love we'll always go. Oh, my land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free and never be the same. Family ties that never break, love that leads the way. In your arms we find the strength, rocking every day. Smiles that shine on rainy days, through the fog and mist. In your warmth, our hearts are held. Feel that gentle kiss. Oh, like the land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love we'll always go. Oh, like the land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free, never be the same. Mountains high and valleys low, through it all you stand. Anchor strong in stormy seas, steady as the land. Memory of every trip, laughter on the breeze. With you, life's an endless ride, always here to please.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody today? We're gonna mix it up tonight. Trying to get everything organized. We're gonna go for a walk first because it's Lace Up Challenge. It's gonna be a short one because we're at 30 degrees Celsius. It's been between 31, 30. We have a heat warning, so we're gonna take a short walk in the neighborhood, and then we're gonna come back and chat about what the Lace Up Challenge is. I'm going to reveal what the Lace Up Challenge is. So first of all, I'm going to put my shades on. Oops, snap them on there. I'll snap myself in the nose. There we go. That way I can see to read and stuff. I'm going to disappear for a minute, and then I'm going to come up somewhere else, and we're going to go for our walk. So, Sorry about that, folks. We'll come back to that. That's going to be awkward in my room because I left it running, so it'll be easy to get back on there. So we're going to just take a little walk around the neighborhood. Trevor's at work. Natalie's up in her room. I'm not going to be able to see the comments that great. We'll have a little chat. I think I'm going to go the back way. We're going to cut through. So we'll get the shade. I got my gimbal on here, so hopefully I'm not shaking everybody up. One makes people seasick like I did the last time with Liz. I can't really see the screen. Okay. There we go. Left the Wi-Fi there. I hope you guys can hear me. I left the Wi-Fi, so it got a little screwed up there. Just remember to come back not to do that. Yeah, I know I froze because I was under the Wi-Fi and then I stepped out and got away from the Wi-Fi, so I had to switch it off to the use my data. We're not going to be gone long. Let's see if I can switch this around. There. So we're walking around the back of the parking lots. My building's that way down there. There's a building here, and then a building here. And this is where I used to babysit. Second unit in, but they moved. They bought a house. And then there's way in the distance on the other side of the road, there's some more townhouses. We looked at one down there, but it was really sketchy. A friend of mine used to live here when we were in late high school, when her mom and dad split up. Not the one with the umbrella, but the one before that. Her and her mom used to live in there. So I had been in these buildings before. Let's see if I there's a link there. Can't see the comments. Oh, we're not going to go too far. It's cooling off. It's not as humid as it was this afternoon. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I was worried about bringing my mic. It was windy, but this gimbal doesn't work well with the microphone. A thing attachment. There's a little playground over there. Some different neighborhoods back here. Behind our buildings, there's houses. Down there are some more townhouses. Down there is usually a mobile market starts in July. But back here, little cul-de-sac there with houses. There's another cul-de-sac just past there. And then there's a elementary school over across the street. I'll stop. I usually walk to when I take the bus. I haven't had to do that much, even after my aunt took her car back. It's been pretty easy to just give her a call and say, hey, can I get a ride somewhere, or can I borrow the car? When I get to the next shade, I'll maybe switch it around so you can see my face again. My aunt used to live down this street when my cousins were, I don't know, 4 and 6. Let's see if we get past these kids. Over here. Just the other side of where those kids are. The other side of that green car. My aunt and uncle used to live there. Oops, I forgot to switch. Oh, that next shade patch up there will move. Turn the camera around again. If I do the full route, it's about just around 2 kilometers. I don't know if we're going to go that far because it's hot. There's a apartment building there. There used to be a nursing home over there, but they tore it down or they built a new one, tore it down and built. It's kind of a low income type. Let's see if I can turn this back around again. Come on. It is a nice neighborhood. That one stretch of townhouses I said where the mobile market is, those are more geared to income type housing. And that's why the mobile market goes down there, because the lower income people could use the because I use our food bank once in a while when when the end of the month is still too far away. Then I use the food bank, and then going to the mobile market is free. They don't ask questions. They don't give you as much as they used to. Yeah, there's elementary school just over. Oops, sorry, behind me now. It's just over there. My niece and nephew went there. My niece and nephew, my cousins. Right, my cousins when they lived on that other street. This was the route that Callie and I would take when we went for a walk. Interesting. Somebody put an ashtray there. Oh, I feel like I got somebody walking behind me or riding a bike behind me. Guess not. It's nice and cool in the shade, but the sun's hot. Maybe we'll do the thing, but we'll do it backwards. We'll do the route backwards. Yeah, there's somebody walking behind me. Maybe they go a different direction. There, that's so I'm not right in your face, or you're not right in my face. Good, she's going across the street. Yeah, hard to tell any comments unless I'm in the shade. It's a nice house. Nice garden up here. And goes up ahead, has a lot of nice gardens right at the front. It goes around the corner here. We're going to cut across. Yeah, I was working on what this challenge is going to be, and I got pretty much all the details ironed out. I'll give you a little sneak peek. The challenge is going to start July 1st and go through till Labor Day. I'll give you that information so far. But I'll tell you what the rest of it's going to entail. Actually, I don't think we're going to do the full route. We're going to do about half. It is humid, and I did clean this morning for my aunt's friend, and I'm just, as I'm walking, I'm kind of feeling it in the back. So normally I would go down there, not quite to the end, and then take one of the streets across, and then come back up a side street over here. But we're just going to do a half of it, so all around we might do a kilometer. Didn't plan on cleaning today, but my aunt's friend messaged me last night. Can we schedule a cleaning? Sure. When? Thursday? As in tomorrow, Thursday? Sure. Why not? I've been up every morning early this week so far, so why not with another day? An appointment one day, and somebody else had to do something for the another day. Nice and quiet back here. There's lots of mature trees. That one's huge. You don't really go down that other street and across, and then I would come back up this street. My former co-worker, when I worked in the doctor's office, lives down this street. But we're not going to go down there today. Maybe another day when I haven't been cleaning and climbing up on little step ladders and stuff. Well, the only thing that sucks on this spot is there is no sidewalk on this side of the road. We're just going to go up to the end there, cross over by the school, and go back. I would ask you guys some questions, but I can't see the comments, so. It's what, 7:19? Sun's still got a little ways to go down. So I notice it's still kind of a little bit light, even at like 9 o'clock at night. When we have our local elections, we go to the gym in the school for our. They used to have French immersion in the school. I'm not sure if they still have it or not. So we do have a straight, at least one straight French school, maybe two. There's one over by where my aunt lives, called L'École de Rapide. And then there's another one, I think, where my bonus son lives, out near there. I can't remember the name of that one. We did have a French high school too. I think we still have St. Francis Xavier. I'm not 100% sure. Next time I cut through there, driving out to Walmart, I should take a better look. Sounds like a jay. Some crows, starlings over here. Probably cross back across because there's lots of people and kids up ahead. That way I'm not right in their business. That mailbox there is where I have to walk to that little red box if I want to mail a letter from home. Closest mailbox. We did do one election in this building too. No, I was just looking because like right there on the fence they got an ashtray. Interesting, but most people are walking. And then this bus stop has a bus shelter. There's lots of white fluff floating around today, starting today off the poplar trees. I'll switch this around. Whew. Move back to the shade here so I can see what I'm doing. And are we back? Yeah, okay. Little poplar tree seedlings. Related to the aspen tree, related to I think the cottonwood tree too. You got all that white fluff that floats around. I'm really allergic to the aspen tree, and the closest relative is poplar tree, so I just got my allergies kind of back in control, and then this stuff started flying today. Not too bad yet, but I'll be taking another allergy pill bedtime. I've been taking them. I'll turn you around because the sun shines right in your eyes. And we lost their Stitch water bottle. My Stitch water bottle's at home. I filled it before I left, but I didn't bring it because it was just one more thing to carry. Guy out cutting this grass up here. In this backyard here. The whole length of this side of the house is all planted in garden, and it looks like a lot of tomato plants. Well, there's some onions. I can't tell what those are. I might hear the lawnmower for a minute until I get across the road. Yay, another thing that triggers the allergies. Fresh cut grass. I'm glad I stayed inside yesterday. They mowed our lawn yesterday. Nothing better than the smell of fresh. I don't mind the smell. It's just I'm allergic to grass too. Just the smell, or not smell, but I can't lay around in the grass and stuff. And the fresh cut grass and all the stuff's flying around in the air from it. The allergies have been whatever this past month. Good 2, almost 3 weeks. My eyes are just about wanting to rip out of my head. Almost home. Back to the street behind our townhouses. It's interesting all that stuff I had going with the landlord-tenant Bureau. Here, we came to agreement. They withdrew their 2 cases against me. I withdrew mine against them. And then before these stuff even got through to our landlords again, they had already sent out the notifications for the air conditioning fees for this year. I ain't paying them. I did send an email to their legal person. I have not heard back from her yet. If I get any bills or anything else, I will be sending it again. I think I need to anyways, because what was it? Oh, because they had dinged my credit score. They were supposed to send whatever to Equifax to straighten that out and send me a letter to send to Equifax or something. Well, my credit score still hasn't been straightened out. They're still against it, but they haven't put anything through since March. But that was an agreement, even outside of us withdrawing our cases against each other. And I'll start it, I'll fight them. Fortunately, my legal person has gone from that business, but my files are still there, so somebody else can pick it up. I still got all my stuff in my binder. There's a dog back here barking. And kids sitting in the middle of the sidewalk. There was one dog, not these two, but the third one in. It's like a golden doodle. I quit walking back here with Callie because he lunged at the fence, and one on the other side of the fence here. He lunged at the fence the one time, and I got tripped up with Callie, and I fell, broke my glasses, cut my eyebrow open, steri stripped that close, and I probably had fractured my wrist. Or slightly. I don't know. I didn't have time to go get it looked at because I had to take my cousin to London within the hour. So I just put a wrist splint on it and went from there. And we're coming across the parking lot back to my unit. Dog in that one. There's like 3 dogs in the other one across there. We don't have any. Just a cat. I'm glad we got the fingers to get my drip water. We got a few plants over there, cucumbers and some peppers, some onions behind me. But oh, somebody's in here. Hey, cruise ship drone. I think I can take my shades off. There we go. I'm gonna have to mute this when I get upstairs so we can switch back to the computer. Mute. Nope, mute. And we're home. There we go. The sunglasses away. Get the phone off there. Oh, warm. My phone's getting got warm out there. And we'll turn off the gimbal. And kick off the shoes. Nice walk, Kev, thanks. So, part one, I will bring up the presentation. Hopefully anybody's watching on the drink water. So anybody's watching on the replay, if you have any comments or whatever, please put them down in the comments below. Let me know what your opinions are. This is my Stitch one. Because I forgot my other one that I've traveled with so many places. I forgot it at my cousin's on Mother's Day over in the States. So I finally got it back. Eyes are itchy. Okay. Now, make sure that's at the beginning. Okay. And I gotta share screen. Share screen. And present. Present. And what the Lace Up Challenge is about. Whew. Now, I won't be able to see comments for a minute while I'm sharing the presentation. I'll come back in a moment. So the Lace Up Challenge. What it's going to be about. Okay, there it is. Find my cursor there. Where am I going with this? I've hinted at it. I've gone for a couple walks, but I haven't shared what the Lace Up Challenge is going to be. Now, unless if you're in my community or friends of mine, whatever, you know that Helping Hands for Cruising has a Heroes Cruise coming up. Sorry, my mouth's dry. So what's going to So I told you, starting on July 1st through to Labor Day weekend, this is what the Lace Up Challenge is going to be. That's for me. If you want to do it on your own, go for it. But this is what I'm doing. I'm doing a 100 kilometer walk for the heroes. And between July 1st and Labor Day weekend, I will be putting in 100 kilometers. To do this, I'll have to walk about 10 kilometers per week. And I'll be doing this over and above what my normal walking around the house and stuff is. I will be going out for a walk, probably several days a week or a couple long walks to do 10 kilometers per week so I can get the 100 kilometers in. And I will keep track of this on this meter here. I will be going along and adding how far I've gone so far, and so we keep track of what's going on. Well, what does that have to do with the heroes? Well, I am asking for donations, sponsorship, however you want to put it, towards Helping Hands. And we'll go through the ways you can help. I'll be sharing this out on my other social media too. So donations, how will they work? I'm trying to figure that out, what will work best, and I welcome your input. So I have a few options. You can let me know what you think, good or bad, about each one, what one you like best. So option number one is have people pledge a certain amount per kilometer. I started at 25 cents, but you start at 10 cents. Kilometer would be a $10 total for the whole thing. 25 cents per kilometer would be $25 total. 50 cents, $50. $1 a kilometer would be $100. Option 2, just give a flat donation. 5, 10, 25, 50, 100, or whatever along there you feel you can donate. None of this is going to me, not a cent. So, or any of my supporters, or I'm see about getting some businesses will sponsor milestones, make a monetary donation when I reach 25 kilometers, 10, 50 kilometers, 75 kilometers, or the 100-kilometer mark. Whatever feels right to you. But let me know what your thoughts are on the different options. All donations will be done through a Zephy link or QR code that I'm going to have set up soon, so that all the fees will go right into the Zephy account, which goes right to Helping Hands bank account. I don't have to deal with any of it. And for your generosity, you will not only get a tax receipt, but I will be providing updates. Either I'll do a live while I'm doing the walk, or I'll do a video. I'm going to use the pedometer part on my Fitbit to check the steps before I leave and the steps when I get back, so I know by the steps how far I've walked, and I will show that to you. So I'll be starting that walk on, I said the kickoff's on July 1st, but I'll probably be doing it the next day, unless I get bored or ambitious on July 1st, which is Canada Day. Stop sharing. That would be the best, I reckon. What would be the best? I got approval of the board. I brought it up to them, and I got permission to use the logo, because our logo is trademarked now. And I talked to them. Chris is going to set up a Zephy link for me before it starts. So, and I'll have it in, probably have it in the description. I'll have it on the thumbnail, whichever. So that is my plans for my summer plans. Because we've got a bunch of heroes we want to put on a cruise. And I can tell you already, there's one approved. There's one that's just a couple steps away from being approved. A couple other, they're waiting, they're trickling through the wings, waiting for their information to come in so I can do the vetting on them. So we're like shooting for 10. So we gotta raise some money. So I'm doing what I can on my own, as well as the Helping Hands board will be having various fundraisers over the year, and there'll be a calendar coming out of those, so you can look and see what's going on. Because it's not cheap to put people on cruises, but these heroes that we got so far definitely deserve a cruise. They've been through stuff. I can tell you, one is a first responder and one is a Navy vet. And that's the only teaser I can give you. You're going to have to stand by for more information. Hopefully it won't be too long. I can't wait to find out where we're going and which ship. driving me crazy. NCL, speed it up. I know we're going out of Port Canaveral on an NCL ship. We're hoping for somewhere eastern to southern Caribbean in there. But we'll have to wait and see. Of course, my allergies are going to act up, and the tissues across the room. Oh, we'll stick it out. Hopefully I don't get snot all over the place. I don't have a hanky. Where's the hanky there? Sean. So what else can I say? If you know anybody that's a first responder or a veteran or Gold Star, active military that would be able to take time, definitely put it out there. Yes, join the Ducks on tomorrow night, 10 p.m. They're interviewing a Gold Star family. And that'd be interesting. Gold Star, like, is military, I believe. I was kind of thinking about that today. Although I'm thinking from our first responder point, yesterday and today, we've lost 2 police officers in the line of duty. I think one was earlier, I think early this morning in Toronto. That I think it was like almost a special forces. It was a shootout or something, and the officer was killed. And then yesterday, somewhere I think it's north of Toronto or northeast of Toronto, something going on in the countryside at side road and another thing. I don't know what was going on, and an 18-year-old hit this officer. And panicked, stopped, and kept going. So we lost 2 officers within like 24 to 48 hours. I know the one yesterday was one of the Ontario Provincial Police. So they kind of do like the highways and stuff. We do have we call them OPP, Ontario Provincial Police. We do have one up by the ice cream place when we go up to get bridge fries. The office is right across there. And I'm going to look into trying to find out who I can talk to at our local, maybe police and fire, or at our Legion. Find out who I can touch base with there. Our Legion, they have this fundraiser going on, and I'm not sure what the proceeds are going to. They have this Catch the Ace thing going on. You buy a ticket, or you pick something about picking a card or something. If you catch the ace, this particular card or whatever, I don't know all the details, but it's on again. It goes every Thursday. The big prize, and it's kept building and kept building. Right now it's up to $2.8 million. But there's been like a smaller prize that kind of goes every week, and even that, I think's up in like the $100,000. So it's like, I'd like to find out more about their Catch the Ace thing. Or even talk to somebody to find out if I can go outside and talk to people, because on Thursdays when they're selling these tickets, people are lined up from the Legion down to the corner, around the corner, and back up down the street behind. Even like at noon, or some start early in the morning. And I know I seen a thing on Facebook that they had the mental health out there. They had a table today. Last week they did a push for our bigger food bank, and they filled, it was 5 vanfuls, and they ended up bringing, our food bank has the great big like refrigerated box trucks brought one of those down, filled that. I think there was 5,000 or 6,000 pounds of food donated. Yeah, plus money on top of that. And then today I think they were doing a push for another food bank. And then there's another program for women's products. And they had bags and bags and bags of those they showed was donated today. So if I can find out who to talk to, go down there. If I can go down there, maybe we can help spread the word. Maybe can find another recipient, somebody that's deserving that they know of. We'll see. Things I can do this summer. Because I have all these thoughts going through my head. However, we can promote the Heroes Cruise, get more recipients, get more funds. Because somebody I care about is going on that cruise, and I would like to see how things go there. They deserve it, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, folks, I'm tired. I've been up early. I'm hot, still 29 Celsius, which is still over 80 degrees. So I'm going to call it early tonight. Please go watch Down Under Cruisers tomorrow night at 10 p.m. to see the interview with the Gold Star family. And we'll be back next week. My thumbnail is up there for next week. You can check and see what it's about. I'm drawing a blank. I know what's up there. Oh, Father's Day. Famous Fathers trivia next week, and then the week after that will be Where the Canuck Are We? Because Canada Day is coming up. Thanks for coming in, those who came in. Thanks for coming and watching on the replay. I appreciate anybody that watches on the replay or plays my playlist. I'm over the one level for partial monetization, but I need the watch hours. So if anybody can play watch hours, I would greatly appreciate, put on a playlist, let it run, minimum volume. Can't turn it all the way off, but if just minimum volume and let it run while you're doing something else, I'd appreciate it, because that would help me be able to have some membership or have super chats or stuff like that. If I get memberships, then I could put out some special videos, sneak peeks. But we'll see. Thanks for coming in. Love you guys. Bye for now.